bada boom, bada bang, bada bop. We are back today with the TYR Maverick V1. TYR Maverick, I'm not talking Luca. I'm not talking Dirk. I'm not talking Jason Kidd. I'm talking about the running shoe, putting it through the paces, big double run, high mileage day, seeing if this can stack up to the Mega Blasts and Aero Glides and Evo SLs of the world. So if you are interested in running shoes, if you're interested in the culture of running, if you're interested in stacking mileage and also saving money on running shoes and gear, you are in the right place. And an even better place would be the Supwell app. So Supwell app is my app. It's the best buy, sell, and trade marketplace. And it's the best place to find deals on running shoes, because here's how it works. Somebody buys a shoe like this, and I've seen very many of these on the app. It doesn't work for them. They list it well below MSRP. So you can pick up a shoe like this for 85 bucks or 70 bucks when it retails new for 140 or 150. So if you're looking to save a few bucks on your running journey, also if you're looking for a community of people getting after it, grinding, staying on that daily commitment, get in with us and enjoy today's video.
Yes, I always use a plate. I always use a plate for muffins. Hey, wow. That was super cool. Let me see. Silicone muffin cups. Also 6:30. You made muffins, you made pasta, and you worked out? No workout? Just muffins and pasta? Well, still. On that daylight savings grind. You made bread? Wow. Oh, pumpkin bread. That's fire.
Can I have some?
Pumpkin muffin, one bite. Everybody knows rules.
Okay, but then I'm giving just a little bit because it's gonna be. This is for dinner, okay?
Daddy, watch this. Dad, I don't want one. Daddy,
You have the pasta.
this is hot.
Oh, wow. It's like magic.
I have it, Mommy.
Absolute princess. She said we had 8 muffins.
I didn't even have one.
3 kids, 1 daddy. 8 muffins.
Daddy.
What's that?
I ate of it too.
Nice. You actually ate 1.5 and I ate the other half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A fireman, a butterfly, and a mermaid walk into a bar. They're off. They are off transporting to far regions in the mom wagon. The house is eerily quiet. And now it's time for mileage activities. Also, another cold day in Mint Hill, man. It feels like it's in the 30s right now. Yeah, 43. High of 65 today, which is going to be nice in the afternoon, but 43 right now with wind. So I'm going to completely bundle up, and then we're going to get some miles. And look at this. This is what I was saying. Look at this. Entire winter running gear is back. Back in action. Charles got it. Back in action, just like the patch. Shout out to the patch. But Charles got it from up there. What do we have here? Ooh, old Columbia shirt. This, I guess, is winter stuff and not. A little Berkeley quarter zip. My brother went to Berkeley. Nice long sleeve running tee. Few long sleeve running tees. Oh, these are the Target All in Motion brand. Fire. Oh, these are also from Target. These long sleeves right here. These are not running shirts, but we got a bunch of good winter stuff to bundle up in here. Shout out Charles. It's like I just went on a shopping spree because I have all this winter stuff back now. What is this? A little South Carolina? Yeah. A little Charleston action. IOP. Anybody ever been to IOP? Isle of Palms? That's a great beach. I'm team IOP, not team Sullivan's. Those are the two beaches right outside of Charleston. But yeah, I'm going to bundle up and we can go outside and talk some shoes. Just a bunch of dudes talking shoes. You know what I mean? Just guys talking kicks. Just a bunch of hobby joggers talking stack. Let's go. Hold on. Quick fit check today. I got to hit you with the fit check. Go on Target on the joggé. Little Target joggé. Right here. Bang. All in motion. For the shirt, you already know what it is. That's Supwell. Supwell till I die. Hunting for mileage on the chest like I'm Tupac. Bang. Socks. I'm going to go with the Courier. This lighting's weird. Let's get some natural light. Hey. Bang. Socks. I'm going Courier. Is it Courier or Courier? I was saying Courier. And then Charles, she said she thought it was Courier. Regardless, Courier socks. This just feels like a premium product. They sent me these. And things like this, I would never buy for myself. It's like when I got the Soar stuff, when I got this just looks way too nice for me, man. These just look way too nice for me. But I did like I dropped them out here dropping socks. Don't drop the socks. That's what they say. Don't drop the socks. I tried the race version of these, and they were tickling my feet because they had the nice ribbed action. Those were the hi-fi ones. These are the lo-fi ones. They seem just soft and thick. That's what I need. And with the TYR Maverick, actually, which I'm going to run in this morning, I ran in it yesterday in some thin socks. And it was the weirdest thing. The upper felt kind of harsh and scratchy. And it was just not a very comfortable shoe with the thin socks. So maybe I'll also change the insole. That could be a good play. All right, we're not going to get to the shoes yet. But this is the socks. Then I need just a quarter zip. I actually only have one. Oh, should we go this quarter zip? This is the OG quarter zip, man. This is the OG quarter zip. This is one of my favorite pieces we've ever done. Somebody saw me running this last week. And they were saying, oh, I spy the Hobby Jogger quarter zip. Nah, this one is from last year. Unfortunately, we can't do these anymore because they don't even make them. They're Champion. It was a Champion collab. We got the Champion quarter zips, and the vendor doesn't make them anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. It's thick fleece. It's more of a winter, a heavy winter when it's 45 and below. Versus the one I was running in yesterday, it's a thinner, more athletic material, probably 45 and above. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. And then hat, OG Hobby Jogger hat. People are asking again when they're coming back. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Should I bring them back for Christmas? Should we bring them back for Christmas? I don't know. Do I want to deal with vendor shenanigans? I don't know. I don't really know if I want to bring them back for Christmas. I don't know. I should get dressed. Oh, hold on. One more thing. I just took my pants off, but I had to come back on to tell you the soundtrack today. Still With Me by I Swear Vezo. I don't know if it's Vezo or Vizo. I think it's Vezo. I Swear Vezo, Still With Me. One of the most underrated trap artists of the 2020s. One of the most underrated artists out of Michigan, too. This is off Rich Off Pints. I think OG, is Rich Off Pints OG from 2020? This whole mixtape is a complete banger. And specifically this song, this is his You Weren't With Me When I Was Grinding Out of the Mud song. This is a good starter from the bottom type of song. This is the energy you need to grit through it. Still With Me by I Swear Vezo. And this is on my Rebuild playlist, which I've been rocking with. This is good tunes for this morning. Let's go. Ooh, he said, I finally seen a little sun after all this rain. Enemies, best friends, or ops is all the same. Let's go. Talk to him. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, these socks are a vibe. Whenever I have something expensive like this, it reminds me back when I was in high school. And I would go to one of my friends' houses, and I went to a nice private high school. I got a full scholarship to go there. And so I would go to my friends' houses. It would just be these huge mansions, vacation homes. And you're renting that weekend, right? Not literally renting. I wasn't paying any money, but you're renting that life. You're there for 24 hours, 48 hours, maybe 72 hours max. And then it's back to whatever. Sometimes you can still get this feeling as an adult. You go and you actually pay money to rent a nice vacation home, and then you're back to your broke boy lifestyle the next day. That's how I feel with these socks. Shout out to Courier for sending them to me, but this ain't me. This is not me. This is way too nice for me. I guarantee you these socks are about $55 or something. Let's check it. Check out the price of these guys. It's just too nice for me. I don't deserve these. Career socks. Okay, not as bad as I thought. Not as bad as I thought. $30 socks. But still, if I ever tried to buy a $30 sock, let's see. Lo-fi sock. $29 USD. If I ever tried to buy a $29 USD sock and Charlie found out about it, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. She buys things for the kids that are $2.79 because she goes to the thrift store and she's smart. If I bought a $30 sock for myself, we don't even want to go there. I don't even know what would happen. All right, let's get these shoes. Shout out Courier, though. This is a vibe. It's like Egyptian cotton, some nice silk for the feet. I feel like Genghis Khan out here. I feel like King Louis the 14th. It's a movie. Broke boy still rocking Features. We off that. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to Features, man. Made in the USA. Those things are like the Carhartt of socks. These things are like the Chanel. I feel like Coco Chanel out here. Oh my goodness. Amazon just coming scattering packs. I think this is actually stuff I ordered. All right. Let's save this for later. All right, here we go, man. Enough talk about Patriots and Icewear Vezo and special socks. We got shoes. We got the shoes. Can I crank this thing tight? Oh, goodness. We're going to have... Okay, hold on. We have to talk about one more nonsensical thing, which is the tripod. It's not an easy fix because I still haven't had time to go to Best Buy. But here we go. And actually, before I talk about the shoes, I want to get another shoe so I can replace the insole, because the thing with this shoe that I experienced yesterday, I guess I'm talking about the shoe now. The thing with the shoe that I experienced yesterday, it's bouncy, it's fun, it's a really good daily trainer / speed shoe. It reminds me a lot of a more comfortable Mega Blast. It reminds me a lot of a speedier Aeroglide. It reminds me a lot of a more midfoot to heel friendly Evo SL, but there's just some things with it that feel slightly unrefined. This is not a Courier sock type of shoe. There's some elements to it that feel rough around the edges. So I'm going to do one mod to it this morning that hopefully will make it feel more refined. So hold on. All right, here we go. Also brought the ring light out for your viewing pleasure. Let's go. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's just more pleasant. See, we're trying to up-level everything here. This feels more premium. This feels like somebody would watch this who wears Courier socks. If we turn this off, you ain't rocking Courier socks, bro. You're still in some old-school Nike dry fit. That value pack from Marshalls. No shade, because I still have that. I did graduate, though, a few years ago. None of the Marshalls value pack dry fit socks. There's just something nice about having a soft pair of socks. My favorite sock, actually, I'm going to give out some free game right here. My favorite comfy, cozy pair of socks, the thickest Max Cushion Gang Smart Wool socks. The hiking ones, dude, banger. I don't want to put anything else on my feet. After a long day of work, after a 20-mile double day, I put on the Gap pajamas. Charlie got me some Gap PJs. We're actually cooking up some Supwell PJs. We still got to get the tests in, but it's about to be a movie for the holiday season. Some Hobby Jogger Christmas PJs. Stay tuned. But you put on the Gap Dad PJs with the Smart Wool socks in a comfy Hobby Jogger hoodie. It's a wrap. Look at that. Bang. That's Smart Wool levels of coziness right there. You know it's not Smart Wool levels of coziness. The TYR Maverick. The gosh dang TYR Maverick. So I really like this thing. The ride is fun. It feels versatile. All the things I was saying, but listen to this. Super scratchy, my guy. Super scratchy. The materials just don't feel that nice on it. And the tongue kind of feels rough and thin. It just feels like an unfinished, unrefined product, which is weird because TYR actually has a specialty in making shoes. At least for the past few years, they've been making lifting shoes and CrossFit shoes. So it's not like they're a brand new
brand coming in here and making shoes, but it just doesn't feel that refined and up to par with other shoes on the market. For example, so this is a shoe that I brought out, Saucony Ride. Okay, now I think it's too bright, especially because these shoes are right. Bang! Look at that. So Saucony Ride. Look at this. This has a really nice upper. It's soft. Let's do the ASMR scratch test on the Saucony Ride. So that's the Ride. Smooth, silky, soft. TYR Maverick. Scratchy. It's like a zip tie for your foot. There's microplastics in there. So what I'm going to do to improve it, you can't improve the actual upper. Well, you can with a nice sock, which is one of the reasons I pulled for these Courier socks this morning. Hopefully that makes the upper itself feel less abrasive. But the other thing we can do, I'm going to take this gosh dang thing out right here. This. Take the insole out. I mean, just look how horrible this is. Should we get some data on how horrible this is? Let me see if I can get my calipers. I think Roni broke my calipers. This is looking rough. The screen is all jacked up. I don't know if we're gonna get any data today. Yikes. Alright, well, can't even get it in there. Alright, well, I guess I'll be ordering another Amazon package to replace these busted calipers. So we're going to go vibes check. No actual data, but look at this. So this is the TYR insole right here. Very thin. Now, I'm going to take the insole from the Saucony Ride. If you're a shoe sicko, you know exactly what I'm about to do here. You take the insole from the Saucony Ride. It's Power Run PB, so it's a beaded TPU. Just look at this. We don't need a caliper to measure this. Look at the difference. So you can see the beads of foam in the Saucony Ride insole. You can see that it's thicker. Can you see from this angle? Thicker right here. Is going to add some weight to the shoe, but that's comfort weight. I always talk about trade-offs. It's like a taller shoe, a max cushion shoe versus a barefoot shoe. Yeah, the max cushion shoe is going to be heavier likely, but it's also giving you more comfort and cushion. So this one, man, soft, it's thicker. You can even see as I'm pushing it in here, it's substantial. There's pellets of beads. There's pellets of beads. There's beads and pellets. There's all sorts of different comfort and cushion in here versus this one. This is one of the worst insoles I have ever seen in a running shoe, ever. That is not an exaggeration. This thing feels like a cheap piece of plastic. It really is awful. So I am hoping that the Saucony Ride one improves that. I do want to throw it on the scale really quickly. We gotta get some data, man. Guys out here talking about run, repeat this, run, repeat that. Stop it. Stop it. They don't know I've been trapping with the scale since 2023. Talking about run, repeat this, run, repeat that. All right, let's see. TYR insole, 15 grams. One of the lightest and also cheapest insoles. Again, lightweight. It's not always better. TYR Maverick insole. Look at that. Nearly double the weight, 33.6 grams. So when we're weighing the shoes, typically we get excited about lighter weights. That means the foams are better. That means it's going to be easier to turn over. And again, a lower shoe or a race shoe is typically going to be less comfortable if it's lighter weight. But when we're weighing insoles, we don't want a super thin, cheap, lightweight insole. So this is going to add 15 grams to the TYR Maverick, but hopefully that makes the ride experience even better. And yeah, I'm telling you, these are the best insoles in the game. If you have an old pair of Sauconys, this is the best thing you can do for any shoe that you want to improve, putting this inside. And with the Saucony Ride, I think I have about 50 miles on it. So this insole has 50 miles in. Yep. Look at that. Perfect. Now, one thing with adding these Saucony insoles is that because they're thicker, and I wish I could have gotten the actual thickness, but I'm going to guess it's going to add 3 to 4 millimeters of thickness in the front. Because it's thicker, it reduces the toe box volume, so that is something to watch out for. In the Asics Super Blast 2, I really reduced the toe box volume, and sometimes I felt like because I put the Saucony Ride 17 insoles in there, and sometimes I felt like my feet were bumping up too much against the front. With this one, it already has a very wide fit, nice anatomical toe box. It almost doesn't feel like a running shoe. That was the thing I was thinking about yesterday, running in it. The midsole is one of the best training foam midsoles out there now, but the way that the insole felt, the way that the upper felt, and the way that the toe box feels with how wide it is, which is a good thing for a lot of people, but it almost doesn't feel like it's a running shoe because it's so foreign and different. For example, just look at the way that this shoe is shaped in the front. It's like a Topo or an Ultra versus the Saucony Ride, more of a standard straight last here. With this guy, it really, and you can see it right at this point, it really bumps out right here, which just makes it feel odd compared to something like the Ride, which we're used to having on our foot. A Saucony, a Brooks, or an A6 just feels much flatter. So that's the change I'm going to make in this today. But so far, how many runs or miles do I have in this? I think I have the first run, which is I did 8 to 10 miles, nice steady run. And then I did two different afternoon runs. So I think I have about 15 miles on this guy, 15 to 20 miles. Goal today, get 20 miles, do a 20-mile double day. I used to do these 20-mile double day tests all the time. It used to be a staple of the channel. So I'm bringing it back for the TYR Maverick because I think this is really a top-tier shoe, a top competitor in the Zone 3 Champs category, in the fun, fast daily trainer category. I think this shoe, not only because it's a boxing shoe type of vibe with the aesthetic, but I think this shoe can go toe-to-toe with the heavyweights, with the Evo SLs, with the Mega Blasts, with the Aero Glides, with whatever Nike you want to throw in there. I guess the Vomero Plus. I prefer this to the Vomero Plus already. But I think it can. And it's just, with shoes like this, the brands hold them back, unfortunately, because it's a tier. Or if we have a shoe that's a Skechers, it's hard for them to break through. We have seen this year, though, the one brand that set the roadmap and the template, the Salomon Aeroglide, we've seen that shoe break through, and it's probably because, not in no small part, who you calling small? Probably because I was beating the drum about that shoe for months, calling it the GOAT daily trainer, naming it the Aero Goat, right? And other reviewers did as well. So it's not just all me, and I know on some of the running shoe forums, not just the Supwell app, that one started getting a lot of love and praise too. So you can break through as a small brand, as a non-traditional brand, as a non-top 10 running brand, but it's really hard to do that. So today, I'm going to see, is this really on the level of those other shoes, or is it just all hype? And the other thing is, these 20-day tests, man, they really put these shoes through the paces, because for the second run, we're tired. For the second run, it doesn't feel as great, because sometimes these shoes can feel all fine and dandy when you put 10 to 12 miles on them, but when you come out in the afternoon on some tired legs, how do they stack up? So today is nut cutting time. We don't have the Fast R3. We have the TYR Maverick. It's nut cutting time. And we're going to see, do these almonds really stand the test of the mileage? I also think a lace change could improve the feel of these. The laces are not bad, but just giving them that more of that running shoe feel. Getting the Sawtooth Supwell certified laces, and man, step and feel with the Saucony Ride insole. That's a big improvement. That's a big improvement. Oh gosh. Oh dude, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. Meet me in the tier. It's going down. Oh, dude, this is about to be... You already know what I'm about to say. It's about to be a documentary. How to Stack Mileage. The Hobby Jogger story. Featuring TYR Maverick. Yeah, much improved. I can feel, so it's not so much the toe box, but it's the midfoot. I feel like my midfoot has less volume now because we bumped up on the insole. So anytime you're doing these modifications and you're getting away from the stock vibe of the shoe, is going to change it. I think the key is just leaving them looser in the midfoot. But yeah, the combination of the $30 socks with the Saucony Ride insole in here, dude, banger. Banger. It's a vibe. I'm gonna start bathing in scotch. And I'm not talking about 10-year stuff, 23-year age scotch. Just bathing in it. Yeah, I'm gonna loosen up this midfoot. All right, plan for this run. Mileage. I'm gonna try to get 14 on the morning. More relaxed pace. We'll see as relaxed as I can get in this. And then I'll only have to do 6 in the afternoon. The 12-8 double, oh, that's tougher because then you have the 8 hanging over your head. So if I can get 14 this morning, that'll be nice. I only have 6 hanging over my head, and it's still relatively early. So I'm gonna use the bathroom, grab the GoPro, and then we can get the heck out of here.
You know how people say football is a game of inches? Football is a game of inches. I should move these out of the way at least. Running is a game of miles. It's a game of miles. It's not a game of inches. It's not a game of feet or yards. It's a game of miles. And we got to carefully balance and calibrate and stack the miles so that everything aligns where it needs to go. For example, last week, I only got 14 miles on Tuesday, 14 on Monday, 14 on Tuesday. So I was scrambling at the end of the week to get my weekly mileage target. And as you'll know, if you follow this channel, oh gosh, forgot my heart rate monitor. I've been training with the heart rate monitor. But as you know, man, weekly mileage is everything. So this week, I'm gonna get 20 today, and that will set me up to not be scrambling at the end of the week. I gotta put this thing on. That's the one thing that's a hassle about these. You gotta remember to put them on, and then it just adds another step and another layer to the running process. The great thing about running is that it's so simple and easy. The more tech we have, the bigger rotation we have, the more things we need to remember, the more decisions we need to make. And we can't let these things become crutches. But it's hard not to, because once we get into a rhythm with something like the heart rate monitor, it's okay, I gotta put it on every single time unless I don't feel right. I don't think I'm gonna stay with this thing forever. I just felt like I was, I don't know, a few weeks ago, leading up into the marathon, I just felt kind of off. And heart rate monitor is a great thing, or just getting a good read on heart rate is a nice way to get your baseline. That's what the heart rate training is good for. So that's why I've been using it. Anyway, TYR Maverick here with the Saucony insoles. This is interesting. I kind of feel like it deadens the bounce. Like it's giving me more impact absorption, but not as much bounce. But we'll see. It's just a few seconds in here. And man, another absolutely beautiful morning. If anybody wants a house on the golf course, here you go. The kitchen's not updated, so you'll have to pour some renovation money into it, but it's got good bones. and a nice view. Yeah, the insole really changes the vibe. The underfoot comfort went up about 2 points. Went from a 6 to an 8. I think this was a good mod. Half a mile in, or almost half a mile in, good mod. This thing is so energetic, man. So energetic. It's a great foam. Mile 1, 8:23. These hills are a gosh dang son of a gun. I feel like the whole issue with the getting shoes from the brands, I'm just kind of a jerk. That's the reality. So I'm not that good at maintaining relationships. So even if I wanted to get the shoes free from the brands, I'm be insulting them by accident, not responding to emails, calling things trash. I'm a jerk. That's why the Running Warehouse relationship works so well. They don't care about me at all. I don't really care about them. We don't talk, we don't email, nothing. Nothing. I just drop the links and they send me checks every 3 months. That's it. Now, they did fly me out to California last year, but that was over a year ago. That's literally the last time I talked to anybody at Running Warehouse. It's perfect. Yeah, anytime somebody sends me something, they follow up on email asking, how was it? What did you think? And I usually forget to respond. Man, these hills just crushing me. Might have to do another community challenge. These hills have mileage. That's what I'm gonna call it. Stacking vert on them. Doing dirt on them. Mile 2, 8:06. Real G's move in silence like a Saucony insole. Talking about strength training, but the mileage been swole. Stacking mileage in the Maverick like dark. All I know is ball and put in work. I might pull up to Chicago like Dirk. That's two different Dirks. Who you calling jerk? Popping off my mouth. I will never pop a perk. I'm the biggest out the south. Like Perk. It's a Kendrick Perkins bar for the uninitiated. I should have said, all I do is run my mouth. Like Perk. That would have been a good bar too. I gotta watch some basketball, man. NBA season started. I've watched 0 games. 0 games. It's hard to follow multiple leagues though. You gotta choose. As an adult, you gotta choose your hobbies. You can't watch sports every night. Now, that's what I've learned. It's not good for the relationship, man. You gotta switch it up. You can't just be planted on the couch watching sports every night like an average Joe. Dude, these hills are straight up evil. Evil. They were placed here by the devil himself. Mile 3, 8:04 pace. I don't want to scare the innocent people of the neighborhood. Running in the Mavericks like old Luca. Mileage so high, I'm like a whole roofer. You boys washed like an old loofah. What did Icewear Vezo say? Appreciate the sun after all the rain. And look at this, man. Cannot imagine a more perfect day for mileage activities. And it was legit raining and gray all last week. I'm out for 7:57, 10 more to go. Another hill, man, another hill. Hills on tired legs, cruel. Absolutely cruel. It's the type of stuff that will steal your soul. It is nice now, man. Sun's coming out, mid-50s. This is where the lightweight quarter zip would have been better. This might be coming off. It might be. Wow, beautiful day.
The Carolina Bureau of Tourism should be paying me. Giving so much free promo. I'm gonna call up Dale Dalton. See if I can get a deal with Mint Hill. Mile 5, 7:55. Do I have any YouTube TV subscribers here? I'm getting real annoyed. Last night, Monday Night Football, couldn't watch it because Google, who owns YouTube, and Disney, who owns ESPN, are beefing, and they can't come to terms to get ESPN to stay on YouTube TV, and that's where Monday Night Football is. So I tried downloading the Fubo app because people said you get a free trial. That didn't work. No Fubo app on the LG TV. Well, it was there, it just wouldn't install. I'm guessing Disney paid them. This is my conspiracy theory. Disney paid Fubo $10 million not to install on people's TVs so that nobody could watch Monday Night Football anywhere except for Disney's own apps. Because I go to the LG TV app store, guess what the first thing is on the homepage? Advertisement for Disney Plus bundle. And that thing's not cheap. They want to say bundle, so you think you're getting a deal. But it's something like, gosh dang, Courier pair of socks per month. It was $30 or $40 per month for Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. And you know what the sad thing is, though? I'm gonna have to do it if YouTube TV can't get Monday Night Football back. So it's a tough spot for consumers, man. The whole promise of streaming, it was supposed to be more affordable, easier. It's terrible. It's terrible. We've got 10 or 12 subscriptions now. The other thing with YouTube TV, I used to have NBA League Pass, so everything was in one place. Sunday ticket, all the NFL games, NBA League Pass, so I could watch any Celtics game I wanted out of market. Now that's on a different app. I haven't even gotten that one yet because, like I'm saying, I haven't been watching basketball that much, but it's just a mess. And then Thursday Night Football, that's on Amazon Prime. So you got 4 or 5 different apps. If you just want to follow the NFL and the NBA, you gotta have, I think, 5 apps. And then you got places like Peacock, the NBC app, which will randomly have games. Netflix has NFL games now. I don't think we have a Netflix subscription. It's just a mess. It's a mess, man. It's terrible for the consumers. I might run for Congress. It's just a disgrace. This is the stuff that really fires me up and makes me sick. We need our bread and we need our circus. And the circus needs to be easy to watch. That's an American right. The right to watch sports. It's actually the 27th Amendment. A lot of people don't know about that. And it's getting all messed up. And it's Sundar Pichai's fault. We gotta stop him. I'm running 2028. Don't play with me. Mile 6, 7:59. Still trying to absorb this fatigue, man. Tuesday after the hard long run, That's always the hardest day. But if I can push through, keep the miles nice and relaxed, still stack them, man, the pop out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is vicious. It's about to be vicious. Oh gosh, sorry, there's kids. Morning. They're about to call the cops on me again, man. What they don't realize, the Mint Hill cops love me. They love me. Me and the Mint Hill cops, we're tied in. So go ahead and call the cops on me. See what happens. Oh, there's some German Shepherds, man. I'm not playing with them. TYR Maverick, good bounce, nice geometry, some pop on the forefoot, good cushion underfoot. This is a nice shoe, man. We're almost halfway through here, 7 miles, almost an hour. Holding up well, we'll see, because I have heard some people say it starts to lose the magic past 8 miles, so we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, just how this feels now, 7 miles in, I do think this might be the least long run capable out of the Aeroglide, Mega Blast, Evo SL camp. I wish we valued different PRs in running than just the fastest time from point A to point B. Consecutive weeks without an injury. Highest mileage days hitting 14, 16s, 18s, 20s, 22s if you never hit them before. Hitting 2 20-mile days in 1 week. But the reality is, in this game, it's all about speed. It's all about points on the board. Nobody cares about rebounds, assists, and block shots if you're not putting points on the board and winning. It's a binary, man. The ride is here. The internet weirdos, the ride is here. I don't know if I can catch up to complete the bit. It was a Waste Pro garbage truck though. People always say keep it positive. Being negative makes me happy though. Smacking people down gives me joy. So when I'm talking trash about how a hater should jump in the garbage truck, just know that is positive for me. It puts a smile on my face. I might not be the fastest, but I guarantee you, I'm going in the Trash Talk Hall of Fame. I used to get suspended for talking back to my teachers. And now I get paid to smack down the clowns. Wow, what a good life. Peak foliage, look at that. Perfect, perfect. No edit, that's no edit right there. A lot of these guys putting filters on the ShoeTube videos, try to make the colors pop, not me. I give it to you raw. Roy G. Biv. Straight off the spectrum with the grind. Not that spectrum, the color spectrum. The color spectrum. Here's what I don't think a lot of people realize, right? You can start feeling bad your legs are getting tired or getting smoked out by the hills and the mileage, recovery is tough, we can start feeling bad about ourselves. And positive self-talk is good. That can get you out of it. But negative enemy talk, that's even better. Even better. And if you have a real enemy, that's the best. That's the best. But you can also just create an enemy or find things. These leaves. Smacking down these leaves this morning and getting a little out of control as we come through, getting too rambunctious on us. What are you doing? Leaves think they run it out here. Nah, I run it. I run it more than the leaves. You have to stack together about 3,000 to 4,000 of these leaves to even get one of me. Some lightweights. Oh, there their ride is. There's your ride, leaves coming to pick you up. You see what I mean, man? Negative enemy talk. Let's go. Fastest mile yet. Mile 9, 7:38. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Powered by animosity. Let's go. Mile 10, 7:33. Working. In the hood. Dude, that car noise, it really grinds you down. Running next to a busy street, it's mentally taxing. I wanna put my brand on the fleece because I'm really that guy. The grind is not for you if you gotta ask why. I can never fall off, but my mileage stacked high. A lot of boys getting soft, talking like some sad guys. I'm the mileage super villain, feeling like the bad guy. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, oh. Doesn't even need to make sense. Just needs to make mileage. I got that war feeling back. There's nothing like hunting a 20-mile day. To get some violence brewing in my blood. I can smell some violence brewing. Man, there's this one expression that's stuck in my head since I heard Buda Baker say it 2 months ago. Buda Baker on the Cardinals, the team I couldn't watch last night on Monday Night Football. But he said motor and violence. So that's how you want to play on defense. Motor and violence. Motor and violence. That's how we're running the rest of November and December. Motor and violence. Let's go. I might have to change up the MVP system. It's not mileage, vibes, and pace anymore. It's motor, violence, and pain. Do not play with me. Mile 11, 7:25. Smacking the mileage down like a misbehaving child in the 90s or previously, because we don't do corporal punishment anymore. Hot take, man, we gotta bring back spankings. There's a lot of disrespectful little boys and girls running around. Lack of standards. Society has low standards. Parents don't want to parent anymore. They don't want their kids to cry or be upset. We at least gotta bring back stern verbal lashings. Man, I was at a Halloween party last week. These kids were just wailing on an inflatable pumpkin decoration. And nobody was telling them to stop. So guess who did it? Me, the mileage supervillain. I don't care. I don't care if you like me, little kids, but you gotta respect me. And you gotta respect what's around you. Stop wailing on that decoration. And one of these girls, man, probably 4 years old, She looked at me, hit that pumpkin one more time, and stared at me. Good gracious, Miss Golly Molly. If one of my kids did that, man. Kids these days, man. It's because society has low standards. And you know why society has low standards? Low mileage. That's the biggest problem with society today, low mileage. What the heck, bro? I almost just got chased by a pit bull. That's crazy. He looked at me, he ran at me, and his owner thankfully called him back. It's a problem with society today. People letting their dogs run off leash. There's no rules, no standards, no morals, and low mileage. People these days, they don't know the meaning of discipline. Everybody wants to seek pleasure, seeking pleasure all the time. You gotta seek out pain. Life is pleasure. Look at this. Big lawn, the green grass, blue skies, air conditioning, heat, food, water on demand. It's too easy. You gotta seek out pain. You gotta make yourself hungry. Mile 12, 7:10, 2 more. Running back on the backside loop. Finish it out with some more vert. Seeking out pain. Motor, violence, pain. A lot of people want to sit at their desk eating Chipotle, DoorDash, watching the Office reruns in the background, pushing pixels around on a spreadsheet. Not even a Google spreadsheet. Some Microsoft enterprise software. Getting soft. Motor, violence, pain. We are eliminating all softness. Let's go. Mile 13, 6:41. It might look pretty. It might look pretty out here on these tree-lined streets, but the grind is ugly. It's repulsive. It's dirty. It's nasty. It's slimy. Sliding on these streets like a Waste Pro truck, leaking trash juice. Let's go. Ah. Motor, violence, pain. Last hill, man. Hit it with the violence. Quick feet. Quick feet. Smacking these hills down like Oprah. You get a smack down. You get a smack down. You get a smack down. Oh, there's UPS. Must be delivering some pain. Let's go. Finish strong. Bang. 6:43, mile 14. Man. You know it's about to get grimy when we come through with the black on the black. It's the hunting fit. Hunting for violence. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Woo! TYR Maverick. We're putting in the absolute work in these guys, man. 14 miles. Let's get our stats for this morning. 14 miles, 7:40 pace. That feels super slow, but I guess I was just picking it up at the end. Efficiency 100% good. Yeah, I started getting after it at the end. Look at this pace chart right there. I kept it nice and smooth, simmering, and then just turned up the heat right after the end, or right at the end. Perfect. And look at that. Zone 1,
46 minutes. Zone 2, 58 minutes. Average heart rate 139. Maxed out at 174 at the end, getting up to zone 3, maybe even some zone 4. Look at that. I was in 4 miles of zone 4, or sorry, 4 minutes of zone 4 on the hill. So this is the heart rate, and then this is the pace. And by the way, I've been meaning to say the Coros for the pace ranges and the heart rate ranges so much better. This watch just gets my training a lot better than the Garmin. The Garmin, for a run like this, it would have told me I was in zone 5 and zone 4 for 70% of the heart rate. And also the pace ranges of the Coros are just so much more sophisticated, and I really like the 6-zone system that they have, and it just makes sense, and it also corresponds really well to how I actually train into what I would expect those zones to be. For example, it has my zone 3 aerobic power right around 160 to 166, which is dead on. And I don't think I've ever adjusted this. I think it's the Coro Evo Lab thing that automatically does it, and it just really understands and learns my heart rate. And my heart rate really shoots up when I'm going half marathon pace, and I can hold it really high. For example, I mentioned this a few weeks ago, but my average heart rate for the marathon, my hardest marathon, was a 175. I think the Garmin had that heart rate as a zone 5 or something, which you should only be able to hold for 10 to 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I ran a marathon 2 hours and 49 minutes. Now, of course, you can adjust things, but the Coros is just a lot better at that. And the other thing is the recovery time. So let me show this here. What does this say right now? Yeah, recovery, 33 hours till full recovery. Before this run, it told me I had something like 10 hours till full recovery. It just makes a lot more sense. The Garmin would say things like 105 hours till full recovery. It just never really adapted to my high mileage training or understood what I was doing. It was always saying I was training too hard. I wasn't optimized. This thing, meanwhile, it pretty much always is saying, at least since I've had it, that my training is optimized, which I feel is accurate, right? So just overall a lot better. And the race predictor on the Coros also seems more accurate. Now, there are things that aren't as good, like the heart rate, which is why I have the heart rate monitor on, which I had before. But overall, definitely liking the Coros. Anyway, TYR Maverick, man, I was just giving it the absolute gas at the end, turning up the heat, having some fun there. And this was really nice for it. It's definitely not a Mega Blast. You just have to keep that in mind. This foam is not as good as the Mega Blast. It's not as sophisticated, but the Mega Blast Light, man, Mega Blast Tangential, it is close in capability. The Mega Blast is 1 or 2 tiers above, but very similar type of shoe with the geometry, with the stack height, with the weight, with how it feels, and the comfort's not bad either with this new Saucony insole. So I'm a huge fan, man.
Young Shiners by ESTG. I've said this before, but I don't feel none. That's the name of the album by ESTG from 2020. One of the best trap albums of the 2020s. One of the last great trap albums, man. There haven't been a lot of good trap albums to come out in the last 3 or 4 years. And that song, Young Shiners, that's a great song. Young Mileage Dealers on that album, that's also a great song. And Lick Back, those are probably the 3 top songs. The song with 42 Doug is great as well. And oddly, Jack Harlow, you know Jack Harlow, the pop rapper, he's also on that album because he's from Louisville. And ESTG is from Louisville. 2 different parts of Louisville, but both from Louisville. And I can't say a lot of the lines because ESTG, there's a lot of violent subject matter. He aligns with the motor, violence, and pain philosophy. But one of the best lines off of Young Shiners is, brothers finished once they post a throwback picture. Man, you can't be reminiscing about the old days. You can't be posting pictures about how great it was 2-3 years ago. That means you're done when you're doing that. Very similar to what Tim Noakes said. Not a lot of people would think ESTG, the young trap rapper, not so young anymore. I think he's about 29 or 30. Washed now, man. If you're 30, you're washed. But not a lot of people would think ESTG, young trap rapper from Louisville, and Tim Noakes, the South African, controversial at times, running theorist, endurance scientist, perhaps. Not many people would think they have things in common, but what Tim Noakes said was, as soon as you write a book about training, your running career is over. That's true. It's true. TYR Maverick V1. Man, V1, this is a great shoe. Let's throw up the run for this morning. So goal today, stack a 20-mile day in the TYR Maverick. I used to do these 20-mile days all the time. Used to be a staple of the channel. I don't know, things changed, right? What was I saying yesterday? You want the old Drake? Buy my old album. That's what Jay-Z said. You want the old Jay-Z? Buy the old album. Things change. I still talk about shoes, but I don't do the 20-mile days as often, and I do them differently sometimes. Also, the pursuit of the 20-mile day for me, the importance of that has changed in my training. It used to be that getting the 20-mile day in and of itself was a training goal. Now, not so much. Now I go for the weekly mileage, the 100-mile week. But the 20-mile day, what it does versus just getting 14 every day is, one, quite simply, if you get 20 on a Tuesday, that's my neighbor's dog. I think they're all going for a walk. If you get 20 on a Tuesday and you're aiming for a 100-mile week, that means there's less pressure later in the week. Simply, just math, right? Hobby jogger math. You get more miles on a Tuesday. You need fewer on a Wednesday and a Thursday. 2. So 1 is the variation, right? And it's not just you pull the miles forward, but it allows for more variation, allows for lower mileage days. 2, a big aerobic stimulus. Mileage is everything. I try to beat this over people's heads. Mileage is everything. It's not just me. I didn't invent this. I didn't create this. I was reading the Hudson book the other day, and he has a line in there. I might have to take it out later and show you. He has a line in there that says, volume is the biggest determinant of running fitness. Right? How frequently or how long we are running. Volume. So getting these 20-mile days is a huge aerobic stimulus, and breaking them up, because not very many people, we got Waste Pro coming through again. I might just talk through it this time. Not very many people can do 2 20-mile long runs in 1 week and recover. So by getting a 20-mile day, it's slightly easier on the body than if I were to go 20-20. Now, the other benefit of what this 20-mile day does is by setting it up like this, 14 in the morning, I'm getting a medium long run. So almost 2 hours. And I was about to go 15. I was about to go one more, but I decided not to be a hero. Let me not be a hero. I'm already out here yammering, hammering, schmammering, dropping 640s, talking about motor violence and pain. I don't need to go one more mile. I'll just get the 6 in the afternoon. But it's great to get a medium long run during the week, going at least 90 minutes. And today went an hour, and I think it was an hour and 47 minutes. Really nice execution. If we look at these splits, picking it up at the end, this was a perfectly executed medium long run. Starting it out nice and relaxed, picking up the pace. And by the way, Strava gave me a 45 to 50 second boost on my predicted half marathon time after this run. This is what I'm saying. Strava, Garmin, Coros. The Coros algorithms just make the most sense to me and I think are the most accurate. The Strava and the Garmin, I just have no idea how they work and they don't make that much sense. Why would this run give me a 1 minute time? 1 minute time increase. This is just a normal everyday run. Maybe because my heart rate was lower at the end, but it really doesn't make all that much sense. Versus the Coros, the way that they're doing the predictions and the way that they do their zones is just how much time per week are you spending within each one of these zones. For example, if I'm spending 60 to 70% of my weekly miles at 100 miles per week at a 145 heart rate, that's likely my zone 2 heart rate every week if I'm repeatedly doing that. So it's more, the way I think Koros is doing it is looking at the distribution of your paces and heart rates versus projecting what it thinks your paces and heart rates should be based on a race performance or a workout. That's how I think Garmin and Strava does it, and it's all out of whack. The Koros is the most accurate, at least for me. Anyway, the third benefit of these 20-mile days. Waist Pro, man. Strength. You build strength. So it's not just the aerobic fitness, it's the strength, and it forces your body to adapt. So by coming out here running 14 miles on a Tuesday after the 23-mile long run on Sunday and finishing this strong, this is forcing my body to absorb and adapt and get stronger. I could have just ran 6 miles this morning, but that's not gonna boost my fitness. And for me to train at the level I need to, I gotta be putting down big mileage. It's just a requirement. It's a requisite. Don't even think about training for a sub 230 unless you have 7+ years of 60-mile weeks, 8, 9, 10+ years of 60-mile weeks, or you're running really good volume right now, 10, 11, 12 hours of running per week. So this is what puts me on track to be able to go after and attack my goals. Now the shoe, TYR Maverick V1, it's a good shoe. It's a good shoe. I do think it's one step below the Mega Blast, which is the greatest running shoe ever created, but what is not one step below the Mega Blast? Now, with these types of shoes, so what is this designed to do? This is designed to do fast and fun everyday miles. It's designed to put some pep in your step. It's designed to be enjoyable. It's designed to run fast. It's not designed to be a slow cruiser. So today was a nice run to test it. Started off at a slower pace, but put some gas in it at the end. With these shoes, what I want is something that just feels good when I am running. It's like the Hyperion Max 3. It's like the Evo SL. It's like the Mega Blast. It's like, what are some other shoes in this category? I don't know. Hoka Mach X is another good example. These Zone 3 champs, that's what I call them. Now, I spent a lot of this run in Zone 2 or at a more relaxed pace, but where it really feels best is when I'm just getting out there and running. And I was out here popping my mouth off, talking about motor violence and pace, just getting after it. And by the way, this stuff really does work. Talking to yourself, hyping yourself up, trashing a theoretical enemy, whatever it is for you, rapping, singing, doing something that gives you energy, that takes you out of a sad, weak place. It's a good thing for the running. But with the shoe, I just want something that feels good when I start running hard. There's a lot of these Zone 3 champ shoes that do that. We just put together the list for Instagram. This made the list, and today just validated that and verified it, improved why it's such a good shoe. Because yeah, there's some things in the beginning where I'm feeling it out. Does the forefoot have the right amount of foam? Does the rocker feel this way? Does it feel that way? But when I'm just getting after it at the end, 640 pace, which felt weirdly hard, but that's the thing. 2 days after a 23-mile long run, still recovering from the volume, being able to finish this run strong at a 640 pace, that's not marathon pace or anything. That's a minute slower than my goal marathon pace, but the heart rate was in the right place and still feeling pretty good, right? That's nothing to sneeze at. So with this shoe, I just want it to feel good when I'm getting after it. I just want it to feel good when I'm running fast. I want it to feel good when I'm running hard. And I want it to stand up well as I get past 1 hour, 90 minutes, as I get past 10 miles, 12 miles, 13 miles, and even beyond that, to infinity and beyond. My friend over there, Harris, the neighbor's kid, they just went for a walk. He was actually Buzz Lightyear for Halloween, and he was very respectful. My neighbor's kids are very respectful. Some of these other neighborhood kids, though, not so much. I'm telling you, one of these girls, because we were over there at my neighbor's house, and it was 6 p.m. It hadn't gotten dark yet. These random girls just come up. You know what they say to me? "Where's the candy?" That's what they said to me. "Where's the candy?" Not "good evening, sir." Not "hello." Not "do you have any candy?" Not "trick or treat." No, "where's the candy?" And so I said, I think it's at the front. This is not my house. And then I asked one of them, "What's your costume?" Because she was wearing some sort of a singer's jacket. She looked like a pop star. So I asked her, "Are you Taylor Swift?" Taylor Swift is the most popular pop star in America, or maybe even the world right now. My neighbor's kid, she was Taylor Swift. Why would there not be another Taylor Swift? She looks at me, and you know what she does? And she says to her friend, come on, let's go. And doesn't even tell me if she's Taylor Swift or not, or what the costume is. Meanwhile, it's just, where's the candy? And then running off. And it's not just her, it's a systemic issue. There's a lack of respect from the youth. The millennials, we were the last generation to be parented appropriately, man. That stuff was not gonna fly in my household. I think it's because a lot of the immigrants, this is the problem. We're not letting enough immigration in because immigrants truly know how to parent their kids. One of my parents was an immigrant, right? And the other side, old school American Maine blue blood. If you know anything about Maine, it's cold. There's a lot of hard labor up there. You got to work through the winters and everything. So both of my grandparents on my mom's side are from Maine. They are not going to tolerate any of this, where's the candy? People have been in America for too long now. Getting soft and getting weak. You know it's not soft and weak though, the TYR Maverick V1. So this was feeling really good at the end of the run. It's not the best shoe ever. There are some issues, and that's what I'm saying at the beginning of this run. Does it have the exact right amount of cushion? Is the rocker exactly this? Does it feel exactly perfect? No, it's not a perfect shoe, but if you're getting out here and just having fun and hammering and looking for a good time, this is a really good choice, especially at $100, man. So compared to those other shoes, and $100 is because it's often on sale. I said this when I did the first run review, and I think people are struggling to find the discount code, so it's possible it's not on sale anymore, but I bet with the Black Friday holiday or the Black Friday deals coming up and the holiday deals, I bet this will be on sale again. I also have seen a ton of them on the Supwell app. But yeah, man, really good for what it is. We'll see how it does on this afternoon run. It's not the most comfortable. It's not the shoe that I want to pick for a 90-minute recovery run, and that is the thing. Earlier on in that run, I was feeling, is this the absolute best for these 8-minute miles? No, but that's not what it's designed to do. Also, it is more comfortable than the Evo and the Mega Blast for those 8-minute miles. So while it's not the absolute 100% most versatile thing, I do think it has a bit more comfort, a bit more cushion, and a bit more of a pleasant ride at those slower paces. We will see for the second run how it stands out. But this is a huge thumbs up to me. If you're looking for a new Zone 3 shoe, I would give this one a shot, especially if you need a wider toe box or more volume up in the front. This is really good. And if you do have one of these Saucony insoles lying around, I would highly recommend it because this increased the comfort a lot. And I think the trade-off is worth it. So just doing the 14 miles here today, having some more comfort, having some more cushion, having a little bit more stack underfoot, that outweighs any of the 15-gram weight penalty you're gonna get, and it still is pretty light even with what you have here. So that's all I have for you down here. My neighbors are coming back around. I don't want to deal with the whole waiting for them to go and everything, so I'm just gonna cut it. We can hit the refuel, and then I'll be back later with the afternoon run to close it out at 20 miles. We gotta be able to get a thumbnail somewhere in here. You can see the sun in the shadow. It's changing, and it's gonna give us something nice. It is. I got the PR weather shirt on today. Man, this thing, I gotta reclaim it for myself because, oh gosh. Man, Waste Pro, I forgot how much of a fight it was on Tuesday. Now it's the recycling Waste Pro back. But yeah, after my last tough race, Charles was actually wearing this PR weather thing.
So I have to have a good race now and have one of us wear it so it's cleansed. It's like burning sage, right? I feel the same way about the orange Fast R3, man. I wore those for my terrible marathon. It's like, are those completely cursed now? Can I not wear them anymore? No, I have to do a good race in them so that they're reinvigorated. All right, refuel time. Right off the bat with this refuel, I think we need to go for some of this. Look at this pumpkin bread action from this morning. Freshly baked. Supwell Kitchen has really been cranked up recently. Charles is going ham. And look at that with the cinnamon sugar on top and everything. Bang. That is delectable. MVP, baby. More vibrant pumpkin. One bite. Everybody knows the rules. I need some oat milk. Kind of want to just chug it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it in the glass like a civilized man. And I don't know why, dude, the bread, it goes off harder than the muffins. It's the same mix and everything, or not mix, it's homemade. I'll be disrespectful, but the same batter. But the bread, for some reason, I think it's because you have less baked surface area, more of the soft inside surface area versus the muffin. A lot of it is what gets baked on the outside. There's more crust on the muffin. And plus, with the pumpkin bread, a quarter or at least a third of the crust, depending on your piece, is going to have the cinnamon sugar versus the muffins, you didn't even put the cinnamon sugar on it. So just different. With the oat milk, bro. That's a fire combination right there. That's like the Power Run PB insole or Power Run Plus insole in the TYR Maverick. It's a banger. All right, getting the lunch prep going here. What do we have? I think we have some leftover super healthy curry. That's not my vibe right now. I'm going to make some sandwiches. Spicy black bean burgers. Bang. Sometimes you just got to keep it easy and convenient. The thing is, there's only 9 grams of protein in each one of these. That's crazy. 15 grams of carbs. That's not bad. But yeah, only 120 calories each. I might make all of these. I think I'm going to make 3. I'll do 3. That's pretty crazy. The ones I had yesterday, so I had these vegan chicken patties. They're 300 calories, and they had 22 grams of protein each. And that was perfect. My refuel yesterday was absolutely perfect. Oh, what the heck? These have milk and egg in them. Gosh dang. Vegetarian. Dude, these brands will get you. Man, now this is a tough situation. I have no idea what I'm going to eat for lunch. There's not a lot of easy lunch foods, and I'm burning minutes here. I'm burning minutes. All right, I'll figure it out. I'll just report back with the full meal when it's go time. Right, unfortunately, this means I'm going to eat the healthy thing. Look at this. This is going to be my lunch. Very healthy. It's a eggplant, chickpea, sweet potato, and spinach stew. Very healthy. So that's what I'm going to eat. A lot of people want to comment about my diet. I want to see you eating chickpea, eggplant, sweet potato curry for lunch. Pull up with that Mumbai mileage. Let's go. With the whole burgers thing, though, they deserve a talking to. Morningstar Farms, vegetarian. How are you going to put eggs and milk in a vegetarian burger? Now, that technically is vegetarian, but most people who are looking for vegan are also looking for vegetarian. It's just one and the same. Why would you do that? And you know what they used to do, actually? They used to say plant-based on the front of these. They had a sausage one that had egg in it, and they said plant-based. So at least they're not saying plant-based, but I don't know. I feel like you should label on the front contains egg or milk or something. And then the other thing is more of the calories. It's only 120 calories. That's like nothing. So why are you putting egg and milk if it's not even improving the caloric content? Just overall terrible. I'm done with these people, man.
Well, didn't you want to make the owl?
Yeah. But I want to have this an owl. Can we do that?
Can't believe I'm about to eat this, man. It's Ayurvedic medicine.
What's that?
It's like white collar prison food. It's what they serve you if you go to jail for tax evasion.
Is that a medicine?
It's like what you get at a Beverly Hills rehab facility.
It's cool. Can I see?
That's straight up art. Food art. That's incredible. Who's hungry? No peanut butter though, you just did it
Yeah.
straight up raw.
Yeah.
It's gonna be kind of dry, no?
Yeah. We want it dry.
You want it dry? Ugh.
Can I have the other one?
I gave you some right there.
Oh. Look,
You like it?
it's super good. Yeah.
This is the fire for winter. What's up?
Mommy. Daddy. Mommy.
I think you are pooping.
No, I don't. I don't. Mommy.
You do.
I'm scared.
All right, here's the lunch. High class jail food, and then 1.5 everything bagels with some seed oil spread on it. And now I'm gonna drink some liquid sugar, aka Relight Hydration. This is a new flavor that I got. Bought these on Amazon, mixed berry. So we'll see if it's any good. I was rocking with the strawberry lemonade and the lemon lime all summer. I decided to switch it up. I got the mixed berry and I got the watermelon lime. So we'll see what these are all about. And then I made my coffee here. We're about to hunker down in the fort for a big 2 to 3 hour meeting session. And then we'll be back out there for more mileage. Wild berry Relight is exactly what you would think. It's pretty good. It's the perfect pairing with this curry, which apparently this is the same curry they serve you if you don't PR in Norway. If you go to a Norwegian race and you don't PR, they serve you this curry as punishment afterward. All right, man, mileage hunting lifestyle continues. We got to close it out with the 6-piece today. Man, these doubles, the 20-mile doubles, I don't care how you do them. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough to get back out there, but the mileage train continues to roll. Woo, nice afternoon though. Yeah, perfect afternoon. Blue skies, we got the foliage. So my plan, I'm not going to run with the GoPro or anything, just do a quick out and back. Well, it's not going to be that quick because I need to get 6 miles, but I'm doing out and back to the grain silo over across 51 at Jolie Chevel. Just switch it up, get over there, check out the horses, and then come back, close it out with some final thoughts on the Mavericks and how they performed across the 20 miles. Because like I said earlier, these shoes, not these shoes, but any shoe in general, really gets exposed. All those weaknesses get exposed on the second run when our legs are feeling tired, we're not feeling strong, we're not having the same pop. So we'll see. Did the foam fatigue, and is it going to stand up when our legs are feeling a bit more beat up? Thing about this 20 right now, though, I'm going to be thanking myself later in the week for banking some extra mileage.
for a while there, most of this year, my training setup was 14 on Monday, 16 on Tuesday, and then 20 Wednesday, and down days Thursday, Friday, really down on Saturday, 4 or something before the long run Sunday. But every new season, it changes up the schedule and the vibe. I like doing the Wednesday workout, and I think doing it this way will allow me to do a slightly lower mileage day tomorrow, which is going to be nice. And I have a new shoe brewing for tomorrow's workout, which will be fun. Something that I don't think people are expecting. But yeah, slipping this thing on again, really comfortable with that insole. It really transforms the step-in feel. The Saucony Power Run insole, or Power Run Plus, such a great move. Would highly recommend if you have one. So yeah, plan for this run, 6 miles. We'll knock it out. Get 20 on the day. Let's do it.
Listen up, man. When you start getting tired, I want you to hear me in the back of your mind. Motor, violence, pain. It's the battle cry. That's what I want you to hear. When you don't feel like going for a run, motor. When it gets tough in the middle of that workout, violence. When you got to drop a fast finish at the end, when you got to get the leg spinning, pain. That's the brief right there, baby. Man, I hit that run perfectly. Feeling fueled up, feeling carved up. Man, the refuel is a skill. The refuel is really a skill. So 8 miles, 7:02 pace, but another good, strong progression with tons of elevation. Man, at the end, I was just absolutely getting crushed. Yeah, 500 feet of elevation. Now, technically, we only got 486. How does that make sense? We started and stopped in the same place. Oh, I guess that means my driveway has 16 feet of elevation right there. Because that's true. I start at the porch, and then I stop at the street. So I should have, man, if I finished, I don't know, I would have got 500 feet of elevation. But either way, we could call it 500 feet of elevation game across 8 miles, average 149 heart rate at a 7:02 pace. Feeling so good at the end. I dropped a 6:15 mile. And man, this shoe is a true banger. It's a true banger. That run elevated it into banger territory. And I'm going to have to do the rare double breakdown with this guy. It's not a Mega Blast. It's not the same, but it's a banger. Hold on. Let me tell you why.
My love, I'll be standing here. My love,
All right, man, I'm going to keep this brief. This is the rare double breakdown, but we also hit a 22-mile day. I haven't been doing a lot of these double day tests. I still run doubles, but it's always a great day when we could get 22 miles. And what I was thinking about out there on the run is just stringing together uninterrupted weeks of training. That's the key to running a strong marathon. When you have interruptions, whether it's travel, sickness, injuries, family stuff going on, unexpected events, it just blows everything up. So my goal right now, uninterrupted weeks of training, just stack them. Yeah, we can keep it brief. Throw up this run this afternoon. 8 miles, average 7:02 pace. I was absolutely moving over those hills. The grade adjusted pace, so Strava will do this, what's the equivalent if it were all on a flat, would probably be around a 6:40. So the effort here was nice and strong. The heart rate was in a nice place. I really feel like I'm rounding into shape. And this shoe, man, is not the most comfortable out there. It's not the softest. It doesn't have the most impact protection. But it moves. It moves. It was the perfect shoe for this run. And there's some shoes where, for a run like this, for example, you get tired, it doesn't feel the best, 22-mile day, it flattens out, it loses the magic. With this, I could feel it is losing some of the impact protection. It's not the softest shoe, but when I was putting some mustard into it, when I was motoring, putting down some violence and pain in the shoe. We never got to pain on this run, but we did have motor and violence. And by the way, in football, what motor and violence means, motor. That's high energy. If you're scouting guys, you look for guys with high motor. It's a trait. It's something that you want to see guys coming off the line quickly. Quick release. Violence. If you're a defensive lineman, chopping with the hands. The violent movements, quickness. That's what it is in football. In running, same thing, man. High motor, getting off the couch every day. Violence, hitting these runs with the full force of our mileage. But with that run, when I started putting the motor and the violence into this shoe, it responds really well. In the analog that was coming to mind, the shoe comparison that was coming to mind, and the reason why I wanted to come down here to close it out was because it's reminded me so much of the Saucony Endorphin Elite OG. It's the geometry, it's the firmness, it's, to be frank, the slight harshness underfoot. It is not the most comfortable experience, but when running fast, when getting down to 640, 630, this puppy sings. And there's no weirdness to it. I know some people with the Mega Blast, they don't like the feeling of all that stack. And with some of these higher stack shoes, you can feel like you're fighting against the foam. This one almost reminds me some of the best qualities of those older Rebels with the lighter weight and lower to the ground stack. But you get the rocker. That Saucony Endorphin Elite OG rocker. So yeah, all of that to say, 22-mile day this past with flying colors is definitely not a Mega Blast. It doesn't have the same comfort. It doesn't feel like a Super Max stack shoe. It is not the softest, most plush thing. And I know there's another shoe coming out, or that came out, that I'm testing recently. My guy Caleb Beck keeps posting every day on my Strava because he thinks it's that shoe, that I think potentially will have more of that soft, squishy feel. Almost think Mag Max versus Boston. This is closer in to what the Boston is, but it has more of the Mag Max stack. It's right in between, if you can think of a Boston and a Mag Max. So great shoe if you are looking for a Zone 3 shoe. If you're looking for something with more of that workhorse feel that's not too soft, even the Mega Blast has more of this high stack feel. I know the stack in this is 40, but it feels lower to the ground. It feels slightly more aggressive. So think Saucony Endorphin Elite OG. If you liked that as a marathon shoe or a race shoe, you will love this. So that is all I have for you today. 22-mile day, back on track, double breakdown, racking and stacking, getting violent with it. I will be back tomorrow. I appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. That's the last part. Had to hit the end of that intro with a little more violence today. Getting violent with it. Getting vicious. Ugh. I can feel it, man. I can feel it. Building back. Building back. Watch out.